You're watching ndeviltv with the brand new Sony Xperia L smartphone here in white. It's also available in black, and there will be a red version also, and those are the same three colors that you will be able to buy the Sony Xperia SP in, which has a little bit bigger screen, newer design. This is kind of like the old ARC design that you can see here on the L. The SP is a little bit bigger, has more processing power, and you can see the design is also a lot different. We have aluminum body, for example, here on the sides, but you can see that the size of the devices themselves is not that much different. So then if you're comparing, you can already see here that compared to the Apple iPhone 5, the size is about the same in height, but in width, of course, 4.3 inch to 4 inch is a difference here. You can see that right there on the side, and of course the price is half on the Sony Xperia L compared to the Apple iPhone or to a Sony Xperia Z, which is also of course the premium device by Sony, but we have the same kind of power button here on the side, and layout and in thickness the L is in the middle about the same, but to the top and bottom, due to the ARC design, it's a little bit thicker, but it feels quite good in your hand. You can see on the back there's no fingerprints or anything, and due to this maybe even rubberish plastic feeling, and you can of course also change the battery in here. 1700 milliamps are inside, and micro SD and micro SIM slot also. So compared to the HTC One, you can see here the HTC is a lot bigger, 4.7 inch to 4.3 in comparison, and in thickness, well, it's hard to compare. But again, here the price is double, but the Samsung Galaxy S3 is going down in price, and processing power is a little bit higher inside here, but again, the L by Sony is smaller, lighter, and probably the battery life will be even better. And Android 4.1 Jelly Bean is also quite beautiful actually on here. As you can see here, we have the Bravia engine installed, where you can right away shoot a picture or check the music that you are listening to and go back and forth in the playlist. We have on hardware-wise here battery, a camera button right here on the side, and we have volume control on the back, 8 megapixel camera with 720p video functionality, flashlight, microphone here on the bottom, and of course a speaker. Micro USB also of course a must on Android devices, and 3.5mm headphone port on the top. So let's see what the software can do. Let's try out the camera. With 720p we can shoot here, of course, nice pictures. It's not a 30 megapixel camera, of course, like in the Sony Xperia Z, but it's totally enough for snapshots. And this is a pre-production device, so that's why this weird little software bug probably just happened. So you can see here everything is quite sharp, and you can even see the scratches on the HTC One here, which probably won't happen to the Sony Xperia L, since it's mainly made out of plastic, except for this chrome bar here on the outside, but it feels really quite nice in your hand, and it's not too big, and the power button is also on the perfect spot to turn it on with one hand. So again, here in the Bravia engine we have a beautiful keyboard by Sony, one of my favorites, and not only with Android, but actually also compared to BlackBerry, Apple, or Windows Phone. The front camera is also quite good. We didn't try it out before. Let me see here the button, and you can see here this is of course only VGA resolution, but it's enough for snapshots, and it's already fast and maybe even faster than the Sony Xperia SP, which is of course also here a pre-production model. Otherwise we have the standard Android programs installed here, pre-installed here on this Sony Xperia L, but we have also NFC built in. And before I wrap up the video, let's take off the back and look at the inside a little bit of this device, where you can see that we have the NFC chip right there, and then also the SIM card reader, which takes a micro SIM, battery, and below the battery there is the micro SD. And as you can see, this is of course quite nicely built, and the cover gives you also enough protection here on the sides. If you would drop it, the display wouldn't crack probably, but you shouldn't try that at home. So thank you very much for watching ndeviltv. This was the Sony Xperia L smartphone here in a first hands-on. My name is Balazs, and till next time, please tune in again.